Check 1 2. Big Mike, Fat Mac, Triple XL. Coming at y'all live and direct from MacCity.com. Gonna fire this joint up, man. See where it takes us. Before I start it, let me go ahead and give a big shout out to my partner, man. Oh my God, man. Give a shout out to my boy Rick Nasty, man. Rick is a comedian, man. He's a funny dude, man. He hit me up, man, when I did the last Boyce Watkins show. He was like, damn, nigga, I can tell already, man, you gonna milk this shit, ain't you? You goddamn right. I'm about to milk the shit out of this. This is hilarious, man. You cannot buy better entertainment. This shit is better than cable TV, man. You know what I mean? So, gotta come on here, give some clarifications for those that don't know, man. You know what I mean? Once again, scouring the web, scouring the internet, scouring YouTube. Before I also get into that, I tried to get my boy Fuchsius on here, man, but I guess he just a little too busy, man, making that cheese, man. He can't fuck around right now. And, I wanted to have him on, but, man, I gotta go ahead and get this, while it's already in my mind, man. I gotta spit it, bruh. You know what I mean? So maybe, I don't know, later on in the week, he'll give his interpretation of so-called latest developments. I don't know. We'll see. He's got a busy schedule these days. So, yes, this is going to be another Dr. Boyce Watkins show. And I'm kind of conflicted. I'm kind of torn about the subject. If you listen to the last show, you know why, right? Because the nigga was talking real greasy about Cosby when Cosby was going through his crucifixion from niggas. You know what I mean? And now we got Boyce thoroughly and utterly getting destroyed and crucified by black folks, man, with no real concrete evidence, man. I mean, you may be able to accuse him of some intellectual dishonesty. You may be able to kind of like attack his ideology because you don't think he's being truly genuine. But I'm treating this like a court case. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure Tony would agree with this, man. We treating this like a court case, man. We just want nothing but the facts, man. And the only thing that's really in contention, as far as I'm concerned, is his business practices. All that other extra shit niggas is talking about is irrelevant to me, man. You know what I mean? But this is the thing. If we gonna go ahead and charge this man with fraud, we have to be able to prove he's fraudulent. All right? And when I'm talking about fraudulent, I'm talking about his business practices. All right? That's what I'm talking about. Is he selling something, and are you getting it? All right? I don't want to hear no shit about he's overcharging. I mean, if that was the case, or should I say, if that was really a problem with niggas in America, I mean, you wouldn't. There's tons of shit niggas wouldn't buy. You know what I mean? But we know niggas don't rock like that. Niggas will buy the most overpriced bullshit known to man. You know what I mean? So people, throwing out this shit about, he's overcharging. Fuck out of here. Who gives, man? Look, that is not fraud. That's basically state, he thinks that his product is worth a certain price. Either you fucking pay it or you don't. That is not goddamn fraud. Once again, we treating this as a goddamn court case, man. You know what I mean? Shit. So, I mean, like I said, you might be able to accuse him of being intellectually dishonest about what he says and, what his true motives are, right? But we're just talking strictly about his business practices. You pay for something and you get it. And if you don't get it, so he says, you get your money back, right? Shit. And basically, that's the crux of the argument right there for me. All the other extra shit niggas, I mean, they bringing up this nigga's, his credit report, of course, that's problematic. Once again, you can accuse him of being intellectually dishonest on that. If he's running around talking about, he's a financial guru and he allegedly has, credit scores under 600. Yeah, you can accuse him of being fraudulent on that. Yeah. But not necessarily his business practices, man. And once again, there's no one here that would love to see this man eat a shit sandwich more than me. And I know you saying, damn, man, you really on that Cosby shit. Yes, I'm on that shit, man, because before I go out on a limb and I crucify and castrate a black man, I make sure my T's are crossed and my I's are dotted, man. You know, I mean, I look at the situation from every angle before I talk shit about a brother, man. You know, I'm not in this to try and just smash brothers, man. I'm not in it for that. So, you know, when cats go ahead and throw out these insults talking about how me and Tony's crabs in the barrels and all this stupid shit, man. It's like, we fuck with the facts, man. You know, we go where the facts lead us. And, look, like I said, fraudulent behavior in his business practice, it ain't there. You can't accuse him of being fraudulent in some of his ideological perspectives. You know what I mean? If he's not necessarily living up to the things he's saying that you should be doing or you should be living up to, yeah, you have a case there. You may have a point there, but we are focusing on his business practices. Now, let me go ahead and say, people have said that they think that I'm blinded by his PhD. I don't give two fucks about this man's PhD. I don't give a damn about Dr. Umar's so-called credentials. We told you about that shit. Alright? Once again, we treat this like a court case. Is his business practices fraudulent? Is he committing fraud? Right? None of you have produced anything of a concrete nature proving that his business practices are fraudulent. You're bringing up a lot of emotional arguments, right? How you don't like how Wu is characterizing black men, right? I find that problematic. If I was, I don't know, I can't really say that, man. I would like to say if I was Boyce Watkins, I'd get rid of homeboy Charles, but I don't know if, I don't know what kind of money Wu's bringing in to actually fill up Boyce's pockets. You know what I mean? Do the pluses outweigh the negatives of him fucking with Wu? I'll never know that. You know what I mean? So, look, man, I don't give two shits about this man's PhD. Once again, only fucking with the facts. Alright? Are people paying for a product and are they getting it? And are they satisfied? Now, one thing I will say that I find peculiar, right, is he says that he has all these people in his black business school and they are thoroughly satisfied with the product. But when I search YouTube, man, I don't see hardly anybody speaking up for Boyce in video format. It's a ghost town, man. There's plenty of cats out there, you know, dogpiling, jumping on him and castrating him, just like they did Cosby, you know what I mean? And just like back then, me and Tony were one of the few cats that came out who thoroughly analyzed the situation, and we told cats that they was dead wrong on this shit, man. Right? Now, I'm not necessarily going to speak for Tony on this. You know, I don't know if he still has the same viewpoint because, I mean, we haven't really spoken about it in depth in the past 3 or 4 days. So, I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just say, man, I think y'all wrong on this as far as his business practices are concerned. This dude is paying black people, man. And so before I start, you know, going on my crusade to destroy Dr. Boyce Watkins, man, I'm going to just look at the overall big picture. Like, is he selling a product and are people satisfied with it? And if they're not satisfied with it, are they getting their money back? And with that money that he's making, is he paying black people? It would appear that, yes, he is paying black people. And then people are mad because he got Wu in the mix. And, you know, the dude is Chinese. And it's like, man, look, let me tell y'all a little story, man. You know, just because Wu is talking greasy, that does not necessarily mean that Boyce co-signs this shit, man. Like I said, I'm not necessarily sure if he should keep Wu in the mix. But I remember starting this joint out about 1999, man, trying to get into the porn game and shit, man. And I had this bright idea that I was going to have other cats come in and help me with my endeavor, man. So I had like 2 cats that was like recruiters, man. And I told them, man, go out, you know, and find me some shorties, man, so we could put them to work. Shit. And so it was like the very first dealings I had with these cats, man. I can't Oh, shit. I remember one of them's name. I ain't even gonna say it because it's a really fucked up topic, man. But, I set up everything at the hotel. I got my boy, the side trickster, with me. And then I had these two cats who was supposed to recruit for me. And they come back to the hotel and they got, man, matter of fact, man, what was her name? If any of y'all Max City players, man, and y'all know about this chick named Carmen, chick that tried to basically fool me into thinking she was, at least 18. This was back in the late 90s, man. But she was actually like only 14 or 15 years old, man. So these niggas, they actually brought this chick to the hotel to put in that work. Like, okay, let me see, your 2 forms of ID and let me see your birth certificate. She give me this song and dance while, I don't have it. It's his. It's over my cousin's house. Just give me all sorts of nonsense, man. I'm like, well, I can't fucks with you. So these two niggas, man, that went ahead and scooped this broad up, man. It was like, man, look at her, man. Come on, man. She 18. Look at her, dog. She 18. Like, hell nah. Man. So it just came, it was just obvious that these dudes was just horny, man. They just want to see some ass and titties, man. You know what I mean? And possibly, get a little hookup or something. It was obvious they wasn't serious about this shit. So I'm gonna just skip all over the extra shit, and I just got rid of them two niggas, man. I'm like, nah, man, y'all bad news. Y'all gonna have a motherfucker strung up, man. You gonna have me 6 feet deep in the goddamn grave, or behind bars, and that's not happening, man. So I got rid of them. Shit. So about a couple months later, I'm at a strip club, man, minding my own business, checking out some new prospects. Some dude come up to me, man. He like, shit, what's up, man? I'm like, what's up? He like, you Big Mike? Yeah, nigga, that's me. He like, hey, man, if I hear about you fucking with my niece again, nigga, it's on, nigga. I'm like, what? This nigga's like, you heard me, man. Like, man, my niece, man, she only like 15 or some shit. And, you got niggas trying to get at her, trying to put in that work. And I'm like, nigga, who is what are you talking about? Come to find out after, further talking to dude, man, these two niggas that I kicked to the curb, they were still out in the streets, man, trying to, bamboozle broads into doing freaky sexual shit, man, under my name. You know what I mean? And I was like, dog, I know who you talking about, but them niggas don't represent me, man. Like, nah, bruh, I said, next time you see them niggas, feel free to put some bullets in the motherfuckers, man. I got rid of them niggas, about a couple months ago, because they ain't about the right thing, man. You know what I mean? And so, that's simple. That's like, that's a lesson learned. This is the difference between knowledge and wisdom. It's like, man, you can have cats coming in, and you could partner up with your endeavors or whatever, man, but, everything that they do don't necessarily represent you, man. You know what I mean? You might have to sit down and talk with cats, be like, nah, man, that's a no-no. You don't do that while you throwing out my name, man. So actually, I really did have to put a bug in these niggas' ears, man. Like, a lot of people don't know that I'm pretty well connected streetwise, man. You know what I mean? Let's put it to you this way. I mean, nothing violent was actually done to them niggas, but I had to make a goddamn statement when it came to these two, man. I had some dudes go to their house. And these weren't necessarily my goons. These was my cousin's goons. You know what I mean? But I, called my cuz, be like, man, I need some scare tactics, man. You know what I mean? So let's put it to you this way: niggas got some bullet holes in their car. But they weren't shooting at the niggas, per se. They was just letting them know. Fuck, man. Like, keep your mouth shut, man. And stop throwing Big Mike's name out there under your bullshit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. It got real. My name, man, you got to guard your name, man. Your name, what Scarface would say, balls in your word, man. My word meant something. And they was fucking it up, man. Having me out there low-key trying to turn me into some sort of goddamn pedophile, man. I'm like, oh, no, nigga. So yeah, I cut them niggas loose, and they were problematic because I did have some dealings with them at first, and from then on, they kept throwing my name out there, talking about how they was representing me, and they had no affiliation with me whatsoever. After that first day that I so-called employed them, had to ditch them niggas, man. And I don't know. I'm not necessarily sure why Boyce Watkins is keeping this, because this Wu nigga, man, I heard his explanation. Believe me, I've heard everything, and I've listened to everything out here when it's pertaining to Boyce Watkins and this Wu dude. And I do believe that Wu is sorry for what he's done, but damn, Wu is like, dude, you an idiot, man. How could you not think that this would somehow blow up in Boyce's face, man? And once again, I am low-key kind of relishing in what's happening to Boyce due to the fact that he threw Cosby under the bus. He participated in the very thing that the majority of black folks are doing to him right about now. So once again, I think, this is divine retribution. You know what I mean? But yet still, me being the man that I am, I still think he's getting a raw deal, just like Cosby. Whenever I see a man getting thrown under the bus unjustly, I'm going to speak on it, man. I think he's unjustly getting thrown under the goddamn bus, man. Another accusation is, when I tell cats, man, like I got a third eye on this shit, man. Once again, I'm telling y'all, me being a player in these streets, man, me being in the military, me being involved in the military-industrial complex, the prison-industrial complex, you learn a thing about human nature and deception, and I'm highly in tune with what we call interrogation tactics and techniques. When I look at Mr. Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I look at his, his demeanor, his inflections, man, how his overall demeanor, man, it does not strike me as a man who is hiding anything. I've had a good number of years practicing this, and he just does not come off as a dude that's really just purposely, being fraudulent. You know what I mean? At least not on a grand scale, man. You know what I mean? So a lot of people have said, he's got everybody fooled because he got a cuddly, demeanor about him, a little fat, jolly nigga. Like, I know plenty of people who have that so-called non-threatening look who are dirt bags, man. You know what I mean? So, nah, that's not it. Like I said, nothing but the facts, man. Nothing but the goddamn facts. So, like I said, once again, we treat this like court. We want nothing but concrete proof, concrete evidence. People are saying his shit is owned by white folks. Produce the documents. If his black business school is owned by white folks, produce the documents. If his shit is actually owned by Wu, produce the documents. Okay? I won't fight it. Like I said, I think he deserves some of this shit sandwich, man. But yet still, I'm not going to be disingenuous. I'm not going to be intellectually dishonest by crucifying a man with no evidence. Especially a black man who allegedly, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen any of the receipts, but he claims that he's employing black people and he's paying them. So, once again, I don't want to be like most niggas, man, that want to throw away a Maserati or a Ferrari because it's got some dents in it. That's the nigga mentality, man. It's like, oh, nigga, you did this, you did. But I'm like, in keeping with the ratchet mentality of black America, once again, you can do 95% righteous shit for niggas, man. The minute you can't come through, or the minute they don't agree with 5% of what you do, man, they ready to flush you down the goddamn toilet, son. So, no, just like how I stood with Cosby, you know what I mean? Because the facts didn't bear out what people was accusing him of. I have to do the same thing with Boyce, man. Even though Boyce is guilty of the same behavior that the majority of black folks are putting on him right now. Yes, black folks are doing the exact same shit. Black folks are doing the exact same shit to him like they did to Cosby, man. And of course, this is why he said he don't want to be a black leader, because this is what happens. And no doubt, a prophet have no honor in his own country. Shit. So, like I said, they digging up all sorts of shit on him. Like I said, that was, man, they done dug up this nigga's credit report, boy. They are nailing this nigga's balls to the wall, man. And of course, like I said, I don't see anybody out there actually really going to bat for Boyce, man. I don't see nobody. People, because he always says, ask people from a black business school how good the product is and how they're satisfied. I don't see none of these, and not a peep from hardly none of these niggas on YouTube trying to save Dr. Watkins, man. I don't see none of them, boy. So either two things is happening. Either he's lying about it, which I doubt, or the majority of people that's ascribed to his shit, they some coward ass niggas, man. They don't, they don't want no parts of it. They're like, man, I'm not even there. I'm not getting involved in that shit. They like, fuck that. This nigga, man, he done stepped in it. Another thing I find really interesting right now, of course, Tariq don't want to fuck with it either, man. Tariq, he's often went to bat for certain individuals who are in the limelight, man, because he just basically did that with Monique, talking about how, y'all need to get the fuck off Monique. You know what I mean? Monique, she's a good person and she ain't no coon and she's a real ride or die, this and that, and he'll come out and he'll speak real highly of individuals, man, that he think is righteous. That's right. I've noticed him do that, but him and Boyce, they supposed to be low key, kind of like business partners to a degree, But he ain't said a goddamn thing in defense of Boyce Watkins. He ain't said shit, man. He's like, this is a hot potato, man. I'm not fucking with this one. So it don't look good for Boyce. I think the only way that he's really gonna have to save face is he's gonna have to do something about this Wu character, man, in order to appease the Negroes. But I don't know if that's gonna happen, because maybe Charles Wu is actually really putting some real money in Boyce's pockets. I don't know. Or maybe it's the other way around, I don't totally know, because once again, there hasn't been any real receipts, man, about who's running what and who's running who. All we have is conjecture, hearsay, and innuendo. And before I condemn any brother, man, I need concrete, hardcore facts. Once again, shout out to Rick Nasty. You goddamn right, I'm milking this shit, man. Because, it's beautiful and ugly at the same time, man. It's like, it's good to see Boyce Watkins get kicked in the nuts like this because of how he treated Cosby and how he did Cosby. But then again, I still, I'm all about that justice, man. I'm all about that which is just. And when I see things that I don't think is right, especially pertaining to the crucifixion of black men who are doing more good than harm, right? I got to speak up on it, man. I got to speak up. Once again, we looking for the facts, man. We looking for the receipts. We looking for shit that you can administer in court to basically say that this man's business practices are fraudulent. Once again, we are not talking about his intellectual dishonesty on things or his ideological perspectives, man. All right? We're not really talking about it. A lot of people are saying, well, how can you separate that from his business? It's easy. It's easy to do that because, there's a lot of so-called racist people that, they may not like black folks, man, but, when it comes to doing business with black folks, man, they pay really well. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you can't even accuse some white folks of being fraudulent in their business practices because, they do what they say when it comes to business, even though they may not like black people as a whole. It's easy, man. Shit. So once again, his ideological dishonesty, I mean, you have to mirror that with his business practices. And him so-called having an ideological dishonest position is not really jiving with what I'm seeing in his business. You understand what I'm saying? It's not really jiving with what I'm seeing. Once again, you know, niggas is like, he charged too much. Stop moving the goalposts, niggas, okay? Stop moving the goalposts. All right, you may feel that he's charging too much for his business or for his product. Don't fucking buy it. Okay? And if you get it and you're not satisfied, once again, he says that you can get a refund. Still not understanding why that's called fraud with niggas. I don't know. Because, you know, somebody else sell it cheaper. Well, shit. Well, then you go buy it from them. The fuck, man? I don't understand. It's crazy, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I will stand by Boyce Watkins and saying, you know, the majority of black folks in America, their IQs is low. Low IQ niggas, man. You know? Low IQ niggas. If it's shit is not what you say it is, get a fucking refund, man. Shit. Now, if you hit me up with some receipts saying that you tried to get a refund for your shit and he wouldn't give it to you, okay. Now we got something. Now we got something. Now we can talk about that. But a lot of this, you know, most of these arguments these niggas is coming up with, man, just emotional arguments, emotional tirades. Where, yes, I do believe, you know, we do have that concept of crabs in a barrel coming in. Where, you know, niggas just, they just want to crush a nigga, man, for whatever reason. I don't know. And once again, I reiterate, man, the same treatment that Boyce gave Cosby is exactly what's happening to his ass right now. I mean, I believe I even left a comment on one of his videos, man, when he was lambasting Cosby, man, and I believe I even told him that shit. I said, man, you know, man, how are you going to feel when the same shit happens to you? You know what I mean? When you got some woman leveling some kind of crazy allegation against you, man, and then you get all the black folks dogpiling your ass. I believe I actually put that in his comment section, man. And damn, look what's going on, bruh. I mean, nigga, bruh, these niggas out here ain't cutting him no slack. Not at all. God damn, boy. They beating the shit out this nigga. So once again, yeah, I understand, you know, the predicament he's in. I've had people who I've dealt with in the past trying, you know, just because they was associated with me in one way or another at one point, the things that they did reflected bad on me, even though I was no longer in business with these niggas, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. No doubt. So once again, this is the concept of wisdom and not knowledge. A lot of times, you know, you gotta live. You gotta go around the block a couple of times, man. And once again, if you are not a business owner, if you are not an entrepreneur, if you have not had people contract for you, a lot of this stuff will mystify you, man, because you haven't gone through the gauntlet and you don't really know what's going on, man, when it actually comes to these things of this nature, bro. Okay, well, you know, that's what all we gonna do, man. You know, just want to come back on here and holler at y'all about this shit, you know. Gonna recap. No, I don't give a shit about this nigga's PhD. His PhD ain't blinding me to shit. We fuck around and we looking at this like, you know, we in court, man. We want the receipts. We want the facts. We want the concrete evidence. None of you have produced that. You have produced the emotional arguments, and you have produced, you know, possible incongruent, ideological, hypocritical claims. But that's about it, man. None of you actually proved that his business is false or fraud or scam. No one is put under a spell by his jolly fat demeanor. Give you a fucking break, man. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Show me the facts, my nigga. Show me the facts. Alright? If you don't want to fuck with a nigga because, he's fucking with Charles Wu, and, Charles Wu is, you find him problematic, then, just say that, man. You know what I mean? And I would agree, it's kind of hard to really defend Boyce while he's still holding on to a cat that, he don't seem to, Wu seems like an intelligent guy, but, like, why would you say that kind of shit, man? You really don't think that people would have, seen that as something distasteful? And then, of course, if that's going to come back and smack Boyce in the face, man, I don't know, man. Two things, like I said, I think that he would need to do is he would need to make some sort of public declaration about Wu, and he would have to somehow kick Wu in the balls for what he's done. You know what I mean? To appease niggas. If he want to save his business school. I don't know if, I don't know if he could save it, man. I'm not necessarily understanding why he's taking this soft shoe approach with Wu, because Wu is, he done some damage, man. He's done some serious damage. And let me see, what's another thing, Katz is, talking about he's a fraud because of the Bitcoin situation also. He encouraged people to buy Bitcoin, and Bitcoin went belly up. And people are saying he's a fraud because he told everybody to buy Bitcoin. Like, God damn, man. Look, the man is not perfect. Shit. There's plenty of people that tell you to invest in things and the shit don't go right and it goes belly up. Man, it's like, what, you trying to say that he intentionally did that shit? I don't know, man. But once again, we talking about the white man's ice is colder ice. White folks do that shit all the time, man. People come to certain economics experts and ask, what they should invest in all the time. And, it don't always work out, man. Sometimes the shit works, sometimes it don't, man. It's just the law of averages, man. It's like the IQ of the Negro is something else. Something else, man. So what are we learning from this, man? Don't try and help niggas. Don't try and help niggas, man. Because once again, you might be rolling and you might be doing 90% righteous shit, man. And but niggas ain't gonna focus on that, man. They gonna focus on that 10 or 5% that they don't like, or when shit didn't go their way. Nigga, don't try it. Do not martyr yourself for niggas, man. Don't do it. But it's good to see that Boyce is getting some of this. Now he understands what Cosby went through. Now he understands. And so that's why, like I said, I'm torn. I'm conflicted. It's like, it's just really good to see him eat this shit sandwich, man. Shit. Yeah. Black women, or women in particular, tried to destroy Cosby. Now Yvette Carnell, for whatever reason, she took a page out the Cosby book, trying to destroy Boyce and his school. You know what I mean? Man. And everybody just dogpiling, man. No receipts, no real criteria, or should I say, no real evidence, so to speak of. Just a lot of emotional based arguments, man. You know what I mean? And look, cats, if you out there and you thoroughly and vehemently disagree with me and you think he's a scam artist, look, man, fine. I'm not going to debate you about it, man. Because truthfully, I don't really give two fucks. You know what I mean? I'm just milking this shit. Just like my nigga Rick Nasty said. I just got to have something to talk about. I'm just milking it, son. Man. All right, y'all. Big Mike and full of phys ed. The Fat Mac. Almighty Triple XL. Coming at you live and direct from MacCity.com and PowerandStrategy.com. Please go and visit my partner over there, man. Nigga Fuchsius, man. For 40% less negatory. And also, you know what I mean, in keeping with my anti-crabs in a barrel stance, please go and visit O'Shea Duke Jackson over there. Because O'Shea pays brothers too. O'Shea does good business. You know what I mean? He puts his money where his mouth is. Man, he's serious about that, man. So please go and support that brother. And also support Angry Man. Shit. I've been peeping out Angry Man shit. He just got his channel back up and popping where he can do live shows. And he been putting out some bangers, man. So that's what we about over here at Mac City, man. You know, we want to see everybody get money. We want to see everybody prosper. We want to see all the brothers come together, man, and do great things, man. That's what we on, man. So, once again, peace to all the positive people in the universe. And I'm out. And I'm out. And I'm out.